we're back again with another quick video tutorial. But before you do anything, I need you to go ahead and hit that subscribe button right now. Also, don't forget to hit the notification button. That is the little bell button, so you can get all notifications when we post up our videos immediately. And because you don't want to miss what's coming out of Neilville, especially today. So we have a quick meal that I think that would be good during the week. It's simple, it's easy. It's called Cowboy Pasta. And for your ingredients, I have 2 pounds of ground beef. I have some sliced bacon. I have some Kobe Jack cheese, velvetta cheese. We have panini pasta. We have 2 cans of rotel dip. We have a green pepper, red pepper, jalapenos, and an onion. We're going to allow our meats to thaw out because they were frozen. My kids actually accidentally put them in the freezer. But we're going to allow our meats to thaw out so we can get started. We'll be right back. All right, everybody, so we are back, and the first thing that we are going to do is get some bacon in the oven. Now, you can fry your bacon on the stove, but this is just kind of quicker for me. I did about 9 thick slices of bacon, put it in the oven on 375 until it gets as crispy as I want. The next thing I started to do was cut up my veggies. I cut up my green bell pepper and then chop my onions. I will say for the 2 jalapeno peppers, I did de-seed one, and then the other one I just cut it round and left the seeds in because I wanted it spicy, but I didn't want it overly spicy to where they felt like they couldn't eat it. We also got our red bell pepper chopped up as well, and we're just going to set all of this to the side and start prepping everything else. I got my little pot for my pasta. We added salt to the pot because this is the only time you'll really be able to season your pasta. Again, I'm using panini pasta. However, you can use any pasta that you desire. There's no specifics to this recipe. That's why I like recipes like this, because you don't have to follow what I'm doing. You can just do it yourself and make it your own. Next, of course, we grounded up our 2 pounds of ground beef. We got that brown, and we are draining that. While we're draining that, we're getting ready to saute our veggies. And what I did, my bacon is not done, but I pulled it out to use some of the grease. Now, you can use olive oil as well, but since it was going to be bacon in it, I said we'll just go ahead with some bacon grease and we'll saute our veggies in the bacon grease. And you want to saute your veggies, and I put them all in there at one time. You want to saute your veggies until your onions get translucent, which is they're not as white, but they're kind of clear. Now, if you want crunchy veggies in your pasta, honey, it's your kitchen. Do what you want. But I prefer for this recipe for my veggies to be kind of soft. And so we let our onions get translucent. After we did that, we're going to add back our ground beef. And as you notice, we haven't seasoned anything yet, and that was on purpose. Now that we have added our ground beef back, we're going to get that mixed in with our veggies. And as you see, because I know you was probably looking and thinking, man, that's a lot of veggies. But the ratio for me was perfect. We're going to add our first can of rotel tomatoes. Again, it doesn't have to be rotel. You can add regular tomatoes. However, if you don't want tomatoes, you don't like tomatoes, you don't have to add them in there. If you don't like the peppers, guess what? You ain't got to add those in there as well. And now we're getting ready to season it up. I'm using some low sodium Creole seasoning. I'm also using some granulated garlic. We're going to be using some roasted garlic and herb. Also, we're going to be using some onion powder and some pepper. And you can use any seasonings that you like. And guys, I'm going to be honest, I was skeptical about doing this because I thought it was going to taste like rotel dip. I like rotel dip, but I don't know. But what happened was when I chose my own seasonings to season it the way that I want to season it, it didn't taste like rotel dip at all. It tastes like a cheesy pasta. My kids said it tastes like hamburger helper to them. And here's the crazy thing, which I'm going to mention it later on in the video. Oh yeah, and I added about a cup of pasta water to this. But Christopher does not like cheesy pasta. Like, I can do baked spaghetti, he will not eat it. He does not like lasagna. He doesn't really care for panini pasta. But guess what? He ended up liking this. You'll see at the end of the video, which was kind of a shocker. And so next, okay, so after I added about a cup of the pasta water, this is not the whole block of that 16 ounce of Velveeta cheese. This is about 10 ounces. I cut it in half, and then I took about a third of the other half and put in there. Now, if you want to put that whole block, because it is 2 pounds of meat, it's plenty of vegetables, you can. But I was trying to stay away from the rotel dip to where you could take a chip and dip it. I did not want it to be that creamy, even though it's going to be creamy. But when that pasta hits this sauce, it's going to soak up everything and be more like a pasta bake. And so, like I said, I added about 10 ounces. I cut it in half and used 8 ounces. And then I used about another third. And so we got our bacon out of the oven. It's still hot, so we're going to let that kind of crisp up a little bit. We went ahead, drained our pasta. Now we're adding our pasta. And we're just going to mix that around. I will also be adding the other can of rotel tomatoes. Like I said, if you don't like rotel, you can use regular tomatoes. So we added the other can. And if you use the regular tomatoes, you'll only probably need 1 can. But you know these rotel cans are smaller than the regular cans. So you use 2 cans to kind of equal that 1 can. And so once we got the other can of rotel in, we went ahead and got our bacon. Now, the bacon was so hot, I could not crumble it. So I had to pick it up, and I used my kitchen shears. And these were thick cuts of bacon. It wasn't like you can, when it got done, you can really just crumble it like that. And they were kind of meaty. Yeah, you see how I'm shaking my hand. It was hot, y'all. But I was determined to get this done. And so after we cut all of our bacon, and I used about 9 slices of thick bacon for this because I really wanted to taste that bacon in this cowboy pasta. And that's the thing about when you're making cowboy anything, it's always meaty and hearty. That's the one thing about cowboys recipes, because, you know, they ate a lot of meat back in the day, you know. And so that's the main focus of this cowboy pasta. You got plenty of hamburger meat. You got you some bacon in there. And then what we're going to do, we're going to take some shredded cheese. You can use any type of cheese you want. I use shredded and Kobe Jack. And after that, we got this in the oven. And we didn't keep it in the oven long because it was already done. Also, I do want to say about the pasta, I only let the pasta cook, you guys, for about 10 minutes. I did not want to overcook it because it was going to continue to cook in this sauce. And I was putting it in the oven so that cheese can melt. And so if you know anything about pasta, if it's still hot, it's going to continue to cook. And so, guys, it turned out perfect. I did let it cool when I took it out the oven. Y'all, look at that. Full of meat, full of veggies, full of cheese. I went ahead and tasted, honey. It was off the chain. I also let Jonathan taste it, but I'm going to let you hear what they had to say about it. Yeah, as you see. Yeah. Jonathan said it was fire. I'm going to let Malachi taste it.
Hey, ladies. Y'all miss me?
Did you taste the bacon, Jonathan? a little spicy. Y'all, it is fire. Look at that. Y'all see that? My Lord, my Lord. And I don't even really be eating panini pasta, but I figured it would go good with this due to the fact that it'll catch all of that cheese when you bite into it. And I'm loving the spice. Christopher really don't like cheesy pasta, so. You like it, Malachi? You want to taste a little bit? Y'all, that's all I'm giving Chris. Because if he wastes my stuff, I'm snapping. Get over here.
I like it.
Huh? Yeah. Got bacon and hamburger. All right, y'all. All of my men in the house loved it.
It's good.
Y'all, this was fire. Like, I'm going to be making this again. Definitely going to be making this again. Hope y'all enjoyed it. Remember to like, subscribe. Send me your recommendations of something that you want me to cook. Share with Pookie them, your cousins them. Chris, what are you doing?
I have a recommendation.
What? What? No. So, remember, honey, it really, Malachi, it's your kitchen.
Do what you want.
Do what you want.
Ladies, I'm gonna be on a little trip this week, so y'all won't be seeing me. I'm going to California. No. No, I'm really going to California. No, you're not. I am.
Yeah, I'm not giving you a lot
Gosh, shit.